Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft. Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook. Gautam Adani, founder of Adani Group. Richard Branson, co-founder of Virgin. Do you know what's common among all of these? You might be thinking, yes, all of these are among the richest people in the world, and they are dominating the world today. But there's one more thing that's common among all of these. All of these people have been successful in saving themselves from a trap that every human being is proudly putting himself in today. On the other side,
to such an extent that despite of the abundance of information, no one is able to come to sensible conclusions.
I don't care what I have to do, if I have to move somewhere or start something or whatever it may be, I'm not going to put my children into a system that doesn't understand the gifts and abilities I have just because they don't fit on the conveyor belt.
And in the US, there are more than 5 lakh people who don't send their children to school. Ironically, mostly all teachers, because they know how screwed up the system is.
You are probably studying in some college right now, doing assignments on time, maintaining attendance at 90%, memorizing books unwillingly, and following all the rules in the hope that when you leave the college, you will have a graduation degree, you will get a good job. After that, you will buy a big house for your parents, buy an expensive car, get married, send your children to a good school, and earn a lot of money. But what is the reality, you know?
तैयारी शुरू करी आप कितने साल के थे?
सर उस समय हम 18 साल के थे
और अभी
हम 30 साल के हो गए।
30 साल के। पिछले 12 सालों में आपने अपनी जिंदगी में क्या किया है?
जिंदगी में सर पढ़ते गया, डिग्री लेते गया। मैंने 3 सब्जेक्ट में पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट किया, बीएड किया, सीटेट क्वालिफाइड है, नेट क्वालिफाइड है सर।
After working hard for 15 years, you finally get a graduation degree. But now you come to know that you are not getting a job. You give so many interviews, but everywhere you are rejected for some reason or the other. People start making fun of you.
गाँव में भी नहीं गया अभी तक। दुख है सर, क्या बोलूं? मैं अपने दुख और पीड़ा को किसी पास सामना नहीं कर सकता हूँ सर। बहुत संघर्ष से पढ़ा, ट्यूशन पढ़ा के मैं 2012 से ट्यूशन पढ़ा के अभी तक मैं पढ़ाई किया हूँ और मैं कुछ भी हासिल नहीं कर पाया। उल्टा हमारे पर फायर हो गया।
You stop meeting people. You lock yourself in your room and keep crying and praying that God should somehow get you a job. Gradually, your self-esteem, your self-confidence starts decreasing. Finally, somehow you get a job, but his salary is very less. But what can you do under compulsion? You start doing that job. Your salary is not so much that you can save money and buy a house. So you take a home loan. Now, if you have your own house, then obviously you should have a car too. So you take a car loan. Unknowingly, you have tied yourself from all sides. Now you are always afraid that you may be fired from your job. Because then how will I manage the household expenses? The EMI of the home loan is going on. The EMI of the cat loan is going on. The school fees of the children. Slowly, you suppress your own dreams and you wake up quietly in the morning. Go to work, come home in the evening, whether you like that work or not. And then a day comes when you start feeling that life is normal and slowly you grow old while working. You will feel that maybe I was unlucky. That is why I could not do anything big in life, because I had worked hard. But the truth is something else, my friend, which I have kept hidden from you till date.
Got together, I think it was, and decided this is what people should learn. Physics, biology, chemistry, and this is how they should learn.
It's like the newspaper industry, right? More printing presses, more big buildings, right? Makes us look grander.
The people who built the schools were consciously aiming at eradicating the will of the students who were part of the system because they wanted them to be obedient.
The entire purpose of a good university is to give you a foundation to fail, not a foundation.
You have been following this education system blindly since childhood. That education system was made only so that you could fail. That education system was made only so that you could become an obedient factory worker. You might be thinking that I am saying anything, but I promise, just give me a few minutes, and after that you will understand this entire trap very well. So are you coming with me?
भाई अंबानी, विराट कोहली, आमिर खान, नरेंद्र मोदी, ये सब हमारे इस करंट एजुकेशन सिस्टम के ट्रैप में नहीं फंसे।
A lot of kids just in school kind of puzzled as to why they're there.
happens later in the year 1806. There is a war between Napoleon's army and Prussia, and in this war Prussia loses despite having one of the best armies. Prussian leaders don't understand how they can lose against such a good army. After a lot of thinking, their leaders understand that their army was strong, but during the war, instead of following the orders of their superiors, they were using their brains. Whereas Napoleon's army was only following Napoleon's orders, and what is the consequence of this defeat? Prussia has to give half of its territory to Napoleon, and also has to sign a peace agreement. Now Prussian leaders face a challenge that this should never happen to them again. But the question is, how will they do it? Well, after thinking a lot, they get an idea, and then they start building a system. What kind of system? Obviously such a system, so that the soldiers do only what they are told to do. And what could be the best possible way to do this? To control those brains which are not yet capable of thinking for themselves and do not know about right and wrong, so that whatever is explained to them, they accept it as the truth. And in this way, an 8-year education system is built, the Prussian education system. From the age of 5 to the age of 13, the education system is made compulsory for you. What is its sole purpose?
Prussians produced a universal education system in the late 1800s because they were afraid they were losing military superiority, and they wanted to produce a cadre of mindless, obedient soldiers. That was expressly the purpose.
The coming generation into a person who is obedient, obeys every word of his superiors, and does only what is told without asking a single question. During this 8-year education, this much is explained to them. The children are taught only to the extent that they can follow the orders of their superiors, and not so much that they start thinking about themselves. And this education system was giving them exactly the same result as planned by the Prussian leaders. In this way, a system was invented which was going to change everything in the coming future, and this is exactly what happens. During that time, there was another thing which was spreading very fast in this world. Guess what? During the years 1760 to 1840, the Industrial Revolution was at its peak. The global economy was rapidly shifting to another direction. Till now, people were earning money by doing agriculture and making products with their own hands. But now machines started dominating the world. As many products as a person was not able to make in a whole month, a machine was making more products than that in a day. But there was a problem. And what was that problem? There was a shortage of workers in factories because people were doing agriculture in their fields and making products with their own hands. They were making money, doing small businesses and earning money. In such a situation, why would someone want to leave all this and work as a labor in someone else's factory? How to find a solution to this problem? Well, Prussian education system had already reached the people sitting at the top due to its results. And now different countries start making their education system on the model of this Prussian education system. And what is the sole purpose this time? The sole purpose this time is to create such a generation whose creativity is killed, and only one option remains in their mind to earn money. And that is work as a labor in factories.
Corporate types mostly who wanted to produce cadres of obedient workers. And that's why the desks are in rows, and that's why there's factory bells, and that's why it's top-down leadership.
Starts happening. The people who are earning money by doing farming and small businesses till now, their children's brains are brainwashed in such a way that when they come out after completing their education, only one option remains in their mind to earn money, and that is to work as a labor in some factories. And thus the shortage of labor gradually started getting fulfilled. At that time our country was a slave of the Britishers, but the Britishers also had a problem. And that problem was that they were only a few, and it was becoming very difficult to control such a large population. The year was 1835. Thomas Babington Macaulay, about whom you might have read in your school life as the Lord Macaulay, he prepares a proposal to promote English education in India, and Lord William Bentinck, who is the Governor General of the East India Company at that time, passes it through the English Education Act of 1835. And again, this education system is more or less based on the Prussian education system. And what is the motive this time? People were thinking that the Britishers are only looking for our welfare. They want to teach English to all of us. But what was the truth? Well, listen to Macaulay himself.
Education should create a class of persons, Indian in blood and color, but English in taste, opinions, in morals, and in
intellect. Slowly, But surely the British achieved their goal. From clerks in the office to soldiers in the army, Indians were working everywhere. Now the British were using the Indians and making them slaves. They were brainwashed to such an extent that Indians started considering it their duty to follow the rules of the British. You might be thinking, wow, what a brain the British had used, but it has been 76 years since independence. Now everything has become good, isn't it? If you are thinking like this, then after a few minutes you will laugh at this very thought of yours. After your birth, or maybe even before your birth, what is the first thought that comes to your parents' mind? You know, I will send my child to study in a big school. Today in our country, school and colleges are becoming less a place of education and more a place of status. Our son studies in a big school. Our son studies in that college. As soon as you start speaking, your parents proudly get you admitted in a good school, and then you relax thinking that I have got my child admitted in a big school. Now they will make my child's future. I just have to pay the fee on time. You go to school with a fresh, curious, and creative mind, with a mind that has no limitations, with a mind that if trained properly can do a lot. But as soon as you go to school, you are given a syllabus of a combination of some subjects, and then that becomes your world. You think about them from morning to evening, study them only, and if you think or read something else apart from that, then it affects your marks, and then you get punished. But do your parents even once ask, what are these? Schools, colleges, coachings teaching our child. Is our child's future really becoming bright? Does our child really like what is being taught to him or not because they feel that our child's future is being made? Our children are being made successful people. But if you think carefully, you will understand that during the entire school and college, there is a process of making you such a person that when the person comes out of school and college, he has only one goal in his mind, that is to get a job. Somehow, and in other words, someone should hire him at his place. Every child wants to get a government job and improve the economy of his house. This is the main aim of every person, because a government job is such a job that it will be with the person till his death. That is why every person thinks that even if he gets a peon's job, he should get a government job. During your entire schooling and college, you are never taught to be self-dependent because this system was never made to make you fully self-independent. The ultimate goal of this system was to provide an affordable and a good worker to the industry. This entire system is preparing such a group of people who can follow the orders of their boss, who can obey their superiors. I can respect you, work day and night for the whole month in the hope that at the end of the month, I will get a paycheck, whether I like the work or not. People spend more than 25 years of their life in this current education system so that they can go to the company of a person less educated than them and fulfill his dreams. No one wants you to become self-dependent. You become a millionaire. Why would anyone want you to become a millionaire? You become self-dependent. What will be the benefit of this to them? Because if you become self-dependent, then you will not follow orders. You will question everything. You will raise your voice against wrong things. But you are never able to understand this trap, because when you are put in this trap, at that time you are not old enough to think something, understand something, and by the time you reach that age where you are capable of thinking, it is too late. Either by following this system for the last 152 years, you get brainwashed in such a way that you consider this thing to be right. You start feeling like this, or you become so old that a lot of responsibility comes upon you, and you are unable to get out of this trap, even if you want to, because now you have to earn money by any means that the limit of unemployment is crossing. The family members are also putting pressure to do a job. Do a job, bring money from anywhere. And the hard work you have been doing for the last 20 years, you gave thousands of rupees to school. You gave thousands of rupees to colleges. You gave thousands of rupees to coaching. In return for that, you somehow get a job in the hope of 30 to 40,000. But what is the stats?
Hello says about 65% of the youth in India are jobless. 65%. How did this happen?
Today in our country, 42% of graduates whose age is less than 25 are unemployed. And even if they get a job, you will be surprised to know that in America, truck drivers earn 10 times more than the average salary of an engineer in our country. So look, brother, there is a truck driver in America now. The work is slow right now. In recession, 10 to 12 means India is earning roughly 10 hundred thousands. If the work is good, then India is earning 1.6 million Indian rupees. That means even a doctor is not earning this much there. So what is the solution to all this? Should we stop going to school? Should we stop going to colleges? Millions of people are going to school and colleges every day. So I am saying that all these people are doing wrong? Well, you have not understand yet. Let me explain. Promote something so much that it become a new way of life, and people keep following it silently without asking any question. Today we just need to ask a simple question. Who created it? Why? And you must have got the answers to both of these by now. When this system was built, at that time this world needed workers in billions. But what is the situation today?
Is you crack the IIT and you're set for life. A big pay package awaits you, perhaps not anymore. The news coming out of the IITs is worrying. In the Bombay campus, 36% students are yet to be placed. We're talking about the best engineering college in India. Last year was more of the same. We looked at other IITs too. In the Delhi campus, 40% students were not placed in 2023. In Kanpur, 31% are yet to be placed.
Yesterday, Aloes, by following this system, people lived below average life and died. Neither could they fulfill their hobbies, nor could they leave a big legacy for their children. And today, no one is becoming a millionaire by following the system. They are just stuck in a paycheck-to-paycheck life, and all the time they are living in fear that so many layoffs are happening. Is it my turn next? And due to this fear, by putting even their self-respect at stake, they are following all the orders of their superiors and are quietly working. Whether they like that work or not, we have two options in front of us. We have to face the reality, don't accept, and remain trapped in this trap, and put your children in this trap too. And secondly, we should make our own path. We should explore what we should do. What are the possible ethical ways by which we can earn the desired amounts? Now we don't need more such college graduates whose end goal is just a job, and they don't have any skill. All they have is a so-called college degree. Now the times have changed. For learning the skills you used to pay thousands to colleges, used to give precious 5 to 6 years of your life, and still didn't come out having learned anything. Now you can learn the biggest skills through online courses at a much lower fee. And that too from those people who themselves have achieved something big by using that skill, and not from those whose knowledge is limited only to theory. If you are a parent, send your child to school, send him to college, but don't give much importance to the mark sheet. Give them exposure. Tell them that there is a lot to do in this world. Maths, chemistry, physics are not the only world. There is a lot more than this. Motivate your child to explore different things. If the marks are low, it's okay. It could be that he is learning a skill where he is performing much better than this. Today we take 1-year drop for JE, 2-year drop for NET, for GATE. But have you ever taken a drop year to understand your passion, to know your interest, to explore different opportunities? Do you want a stable and average legay, or do you want to do something big in life? Earn a lot of money? Put your heart and soul into fulfilling your dreams? The decision is yours to take. Thank you so much. You watched this documentary till the end. I don't know for how many days I have been working hard to make this documentary, and finally this documentary is ready and has reached you, and you have watched it till the end. Thank you so much for this support. And if you liked this video very much, then you must subscribe to the channel and watch this video. Please like the video and tell me in the comment if anything is missing or whatever you have to say about this video. Please do tell me in the comment section and try to share it with as many people as possible, because right now we are creating a new channel. So the more you share it with people, the more awareness will spread. Once again, thank you so much. Until now, thank you for watching this documentary and giving so much love.